Hello, my name is Carrie Minyard, and today I'm going to be using a medium of Play-Doh to demonstrate how to create an ear out of wax. So I've taken the medium out of the container. The container is right here. And I've taken a portion of it off. And what you're going to do, what they say to do, is take your medium and you're going to make it into a wedge. It is more difficult from the experience I've had with wax to smooth out Play-Doh than it is wax. But on your wedge, you don't want to make it too big. One end is going to be a little bit thicker, and then you're going to have a thinner edge. That's the side that's going to attach to the head. Not perfect, but it'll be something to work with. You got your thicker edge and the thinner edge there. Okay, and what we're going to do, trying to see which side would be best. Try to smooth that out a little bit, but what we're going to do is we're going to start by creating our helix. And you can use different types of tools. I have been using my fingers when learning how to do this. And you just take your thumb, your index finger, whatever you want to use to create your helix. You want to be careful not to do it, not to press down too hard. I think what it says is heavy-handedness is one of the things that will hurt you in restorative art. Try not to do too much. You can always add to the definition. My fingernails take more of it away than okay, so we're starting to have just a little bit of a shape to your helix. Next, we're going to make an indentation . So here you have your helix, your anti-helix, and I have taken my pinky, this is smaller of my two fingers, smaller of the two that I've been using. I do have 5 fingers on each hand. And I just use really my fingernail on the side of my finger to create that triangular fossa to help to create those cura branches. So you have your triangular fossa, your cura branches, your antihelix, and your helix. Starting to take a little bit of a shape anyway. If you can see that too well. So your helix, your antihelix, your triangular fossa, your cura branches. The next thing you're going to want to create on your medium, on the ear, 1/3 of the ear is where you will find your concha. And the concha is that larger hole. So you just take your thumb, make that indentation, that impression there. Again, it's 1/3. I made it a little too wide. And what you're doing, the shapes that you create, they're all going to be different depending on what type of ear you're trying to create, whose ear you're trying to create. But to kind of get the, I don't know, muscle memory, beginning of the skill, to develop a skill down. It's good to just have some type of practice doing something. Okay, so we have our helix, the anti-helix, your triangular fossa, your cura branches, and the concha. The next thing we're going to do is take a portion of this Play-Doh, this medium. It says to make a worm. And what that worm is going to do is finish out your helix, which terminates into your concha. So I'm going to take that. I don't think I had enough to create it to begin with, but we'll make that work. So what you're going to do is start molding it. And try to have your helix terminate into your concha. So now you have your helix terminating into your concha, your anti-helix, cura branches, triangular fossa, and your concha. Now we're going to create our tragus. Now the tragus, you take a portion, a very small portion of the medium, and the tragus is that small, I think I've heard it called flap that covers the hole. And it covers your external auditory meatus. You're going to put it right there. And the next portion you're going to add a smaller piece, and that's going to be your anti-tragus. And you'll leave a space between the two because you're going to be creating that intertragic notch. And this one's just a little bit smaller. Again, it's going to depend on, the ear that you're creating. But I want to have that space. Okay. So we have our helix, the anti-helix, the triangular fossa, your cura branches, the concha, your tragus, your antitragus, the intertragic notch. You can kind of see a little bit of the shape of the ear anyway. And you just take your medium, kind of smooth it all out. And there you go.